All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great session with the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. Now, we are just about a week into the year 2024, and this administration has already filled the month of January with enough bad news for the year. While some Nigerians find some of these events shocking, some of us expected them. It is not possible to rise to power the way APC rose to power and mean well for the people. From when Tinubu began appointing ministers, it became apparent what his priorities were. It had nothing to do with the desire to deliver quality leadership to the people of this country. Ministerial appointments and other key positions were given out as compensations to those who helped APC rig elections. Some were being compensated with appointments, others were being compensated with contracts. As I speak, a huge update just came out of the National Assembly that left Nigerians furious. We heard of how the contract to purchase SUVs was given as compensation to some Tinubu boys. We saw the fraud that happened when presidency claimed they would take 50% off transport fares during the Yuletide. And now, a very big fraud is coming out of the National Assembly. Before I show you what that is and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you the latest on Tinubu's Humanitarian Affairs Minister, Betta Edu. According to papers, the minister has been suspended, but no wise person will take that suspension seriously. First of all, let's look at how it was reported. Breaking: Tinubu suspends Betta Edu over 585 million naira scandal. President Bola Tinubu on Monday suspended the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, Betta Edu, following widespread anger over an alleged 585 million naira scandal. The special advisor on media and publicity to the president, Ajuri Ngelale, disclosed this in a statement made available to journalists. In line with his avowed commitment to uphold the highest standards of integrity, transparency, and accountability in the management of the Commonwealth of Nigerians, President Bola Tinubu suspends the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Betta Edu, from office with immediate effect, the statement read. You heard that. I brought this update here because some people, some gullible Nigerians, are getting carried away by this suspension. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management itself was created to siphon money. You saw what the last minister, Sadia, did under Buhari. You saw the huge amount of monies they were stealing monthly. Any president who is not interested in crookedness would scrap that ministry as soon as he has the power to do so, immediately. And I can tell you that these other APC guys all know about the embezzlement of that 585 million naira, but because it is now in the open, everybody is trying to feign innocence. The minister, Betta Edu, is now being used as a scapegoat. I can swear with my head on a guillotine that every minister in this administration, if properly investigated, would be exposed like this woman. Because that is the primary purpose for which they were even hired in the first place. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here says, corruption doesn't sack corruption. They don't use her to scapegoat because she was caught. That is simply what happened. And this tweet here says, that's how Buhari suspended Babashiri. Today, his government is considered the worst yet in corruption. When Babashiri's corruption was blown open, Buhari suspended him to make his administration look upright. But what happened? At the end of the day, corruption multiplied in Buhari's administration. And that is the same thing that is happening here. And this tweet by Oche says, very well scripted, I must admit. First scapegoat, more to come. That is it. Nigerians will not be fooled. They know what is happening. And this tweet here says, that ministry is a disaster. It is an ATM for corrupt politicians and civil servants. Close it. It's as simple as that. Any government that does not close it has the intention to siphon money through it. That is just what is going on. And this tweet by A Little Kindness says, assembling technocrats to loot funds that are not even available, my brother. And Olasupo Jake says, if you hear them say, Asiwaju Pikin, just know that they are thieves. Yes, and he put them there to do their job. Now, let us look at that update that got Nigerians really very furious, and it is coming out of the National Assembly. Look at how the papers reported it. Lawmakers budget fresh 30 billion naira for National Assembly renovation. Lawmakers have budgeted an additional 30 billion naira for the renovation of the National Assembly complex in the 2024 appropriation bill. The 30 billion earmarked for the renovation of the building was part of the 344.85 billion budgeted for the National Assembly after they raised their allocations from 197.93 billion. The 344.85 billion signed by President Bola Tinubu on January 1st is the highest ever allocated to the legislature. Read that again. The highest ever allocated to the legislature at this time. The additional 30 billion brings to 60 billion naira the amount being spent on the renovation of the National Assembly complex. Now, there is a reason why we keep bringing up all these things. Because I know that on this channel, we have supporters of several political parties, people from different religion viewing. So we will continue to herald these issues. We will continue to knock it into the ears of Nigerians, how these people don't care about us. Now, before I go ahead, let me quickly say a big thank you to those who have subscribed to my new YouTube channel called Mr. Benjamin. I dropped a new video yesterday and I saw views, likes, and great comments from you guys. Thank you very much. Words cannot express how much I appreciate your support. To those who are yet to subscribe, please endeavor to give me a subscription today. I know you want to support me. It just keep your mind, I know. I beg, make you no skip your mind again today. Get me to 1K subscribers, my dear obedient family. I'll drop a link. There's a link to the channel in the comment section of this video, or you can just type Mr. Benjamin in your YouTube search bar. The channel pops up with my picture similar to what is on the screen right now, and then you subscribe. Now, let's get back to the National Assembly matter. How can it be heard that at a time when Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world, at a time when citizens are going through the worst economic time in our history, that is when National Assembly is receiving their highest budget ever? To those who say everything is about Muslim ticket, is this what Islam preaches? And to those who are doing Tiwantiwa, is this what Oodua preaches? Look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here says, if Nigeria's money does not finish in these 4 years, just know they have sold the country. And this guy answered by saying, the country was sold long ago. It is the money they are spending now. And this tweet here says, another renovation so soon? What happened to the previous one? I don't understand. These people just wake up and devise ways to siphon money. And this tweet by Nigerian Post says, which renovation again now? What is wrong with Nigeria? This tweet here says, 30 billion for what exactly? What happened to the current building? Not even building a new one? You people should fear God for once now. Talk. And this tweet here says, if Nigeria no go bankrupt before 1 year of this administration, you know that God is great. And this tweet by Oyinda Mola says, which renovation again? Have you people sold your souls to the devil? My sister, if you ask me, who I go ask? And this tweet by H. Sina says, why not make it 150 billion? This one is tired of them. He said they should kukuma empty the treasury and use it to do whatever they want to do. And these are the issues we are talking about. It is certain individuals that are going to be given the contract to work on the complex. And these are people that are being compensated because of the ugly roles they played in the build-up to them getting to power. Finally, we are beginning to see once again a daily depreciation of the naira. And just as experts predicted last year, we might hit 1,500 naira to $1 before the end of the first quarter of this 2024. And still, no effort has been made by government to improve our capacity for production as a nation, because it is only production that can help combat this fall of the naira. It is still propaganda morning, afternoon, and night. And you know what happens when naira begins to fall like this? Inflation begins to double. And I am just trying to imagine, Nigerians are already dying. People are having heart attacks because of inability to make ends meet. Things are so difficult, and we are still looking at a more difficult situation. How are the people going to cope? But sadly, these ugly outcomes are inevitable, because with the APC, I have said it many times, things are never going to improve in this country. Anyway, make I leave am here. Don't forget to visit my new YouTube channel, Mr. Benjamin, and please give me a subscription. As for me, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una na I dey here. So don't go away.